Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video I'm very excited to do because I know I've promised you so many times that I will film this video for you. And here I am, finally, months and months after. I will show you today how I tint my eyebrows at home. You guys know how much I talk about my eyebrows in all my videos. If you like this video, give it a thumb up, and I hope you consider subscribing to my channel. So if you like to see how I tint my eyebrows, continue watching. I am in my bathroom and I'm using the natural light. That's the window right up here. That you might be hearing some echo sound in here. On my face right now is just basic skincare and nothing on my brows. Here, if you guys are new here, I want to give you just a little bit of history here about my eyebrows. So definitely over the years I've come a long way with my eyebrows, from just having nothing really. I think I started doing my eyebrows about 20 years ago, before all the eyebrow trends, because I never was blessed with a beautiful, natural, bushy eyebrows. My eyebrow hairs are just very thin, barely have any. They're just very sparse. Needless to say that over the years, I've tried all sorts of brow products, from pencils to pomades to eyeshadow, all sorts of gels, tinted and clear, and you name it, I've tried it. I do have a separate video here on my channel where I talk about all my eyebrow product collection, so if you're interested to check that out, I will have this linked for you in the description box. I think about 3 years ago I did microblading first time for my eyebrows, and then I redid it probably a year after that one more time. Since then I noticed that my eyebrow hairs stopped growing completely. I never had to plug out any hairs underneath, so obviously microblading was very helpful while it lasted. What you guys see right now, it's just some shadows, some parts of leftover microblading from about 2.5 years ago before I moved to Florida, and I haven't redone it since. So I'm kind of still thinking about doing it again sometime soon. And I have already found the perfect person here in Jacksonville in Florida to have that redone, but I'm still kind of thinking about it. So in the meantime, and this is what you're here for, I'm going to show you the routine today that I do usually once a week or maybe once in 2 weeks to maintain the background color of my eyebrows. That helps me on a daily basis to be quicker doing my eyebrows. And again, this is just a base routine. I still do my eyebrows with makeup products on a daily basis when I do my makeup. Okay, so this was a very long intro. Let's get into it. So as a step one, you want to make sure there's nothing on your eyebrows. Just make sure your eyebrows are free from residue. I'm going to be using this kit. It's actually something that I picked up last year in Russia when I was visiting my family. This is just an eyebrow tint, soft brown shade. There's so many different products of this tint on the market that whatever works for you, that's what you use. Today I'm just going to show you the technique that I'm using to tell you that how easy it is to use it. Don't be afraid of it. This product has a 2 years expiration date, so just something to consider. I even saw some people recommending using men's beard dyes, so that also works really well. It's just something to keep in mind is the expiration date of the product that you're gonna purchase. If you're purchasing something that's meant for your actual hair, or maybe like for men's beard, those packages are most probably larger because it's meant for more volume of hair. For your eyebrows, you would need a teeny tiny amount, and that product may actually expire much faster. Unless your entire family, maybe neighbors and coworkers, want to color their eyebrows with you at the same time, maybe it's worth investing into a larger packaging. And if you're just one person who does their eyebrows at home, then smaller packaging will do it. Just make sure to check out that expiration date. What will you get in the packaging normally? This specific packaging came with this little insert with different sections where the products were inserted, and here there was a little cup where you would actually dispense that product, that you would mix it, all the solutions, and then you will apply it to your eyebrows. So it's really handy. Then there is a small tube of dye, and then the developing solution. The last item that was included here was this little brush that you can brush your eyebrows before applying the color, and then the other end was just kind of like a stick that you can mix up all the products together. So very simple. All you need to do is read the directions, because every product will tell you what the ratio is of the concentrated dye versus the developer. Like few extra things that I like to have on the side: 2 Q-tips and then 2 cotton rounds. And then you would need some water. I'm here right next to my sink, so that's what I'm going to be using. But if you're somewhere somewhere where there's no sink, just have a small cup of water right next to you. First things first, make sure your eyebrow hairs are clean of all residue. The next step you're gonna do is you're gonna dispense the color. And then I'm gonna drop a developer and I'm gonna start mixing it with the stick that was included here. It's gonna look white for some time and then it's gonna start turning in an actual color. I pick up a lot and I just start doing this. Okay, it's getting messy, but don't you worry. Apply a lot of color, kind of everywhere your eyebrow goes. Apply along your eyebrow shape. Don't worry, you guys, there's a science to this madness. So apply to the point where your entire eyebrow is completely saturated. My natural eyebrow is actually much shorter where I needed to stop. So I usually needed to stop like technically right here. And I can never get it colored till here because my natural hair stops right here. Very close to the natural curve of my eyebrow. Now that everything is very saturated with color, I'm gonna take my cutie. I'm gonna take my cotton swab and I'm just gonna go under my eyebrow and clean it up. Then I'm gonna take another end of the Q-tip and do the same thing. This is how you're gonna leave it for the next 10 to 15 to 20 minutes. Okay guys, so my eyebrows are cooking right now and I wanted to give you some tips on this process. So number one, do not be afraid of using different types of products. Don't always look for something that's meant for your eyebrows. You can use something for like men's beard dye or hair dye. Tip number two is always read manufacturer's directions on how to use the product. Do not just think that even if you used something in the past and that's what you did and then this next product is going to be the same thing. These are all still chemicals that you are putting directly on your body, directly on your skin, on your face. So just please be mindful of all those things. Of course, if you know you're allergic to some ingredients in cosmetic products, also read the ingredients on the box. Tip number three, when you applied the color first time, be mindful to be around the mirror for the first few minutes to see how the color is developing. Now that I have had the dye for a few minutes on my eyebrows, you see that the color starts darkening and changing. I can actually add some things in some areas, add a little bit of color so it starts developing a little bit more even. Remember that your eyebrows are not identical. They're not twins. They are gonna look different. And don't be afraid of little minor things. Like you guys see, I have a little bit of shadow right here and a little bit of shadow here passing the tail. This is a dye that will come off of your skin. It's not gonna be here for a year. It's gonna be here maybe for a day or two, especially if you're using a skincare on a daily basis and washing your face twice a day. Well, of course, try to be as clean as possible when you work with the dye and then clean out the areas. Don't lose your mind over like little shadows like this because it will come off. I usually do this once a week or once in 2 weeks. This is a really easy routine. It doesn't require a lot of time or attention. Once you start using a specific product, you will get used to it. If you use something for the first time, of course, it's gonna take you a little bit more time to pay attention to details, how the product works. Once you get to use the same product over and over, it's gonna become like this, like so easy for you. Last but not least, make sure to do a patch test to test if you would have an allergic reaction to something. Okay guys, so it's been about 10 minutes now. Things got pretty dark, but don't get scared. Once we clean everything off, it's not gonna be as bright and it's not gonna be as concentrated. So I'm gonna take this little cotton round, just wetted this, and I'm gonna simply wipe this. You guys can see the difference. That eyebrow looks beautiful. Okay guys, this is the final result and it looks beautiful. It gives me a shape. I am very happy with this. It does look very natural. As you can see, there's a shadow right here, like around this tail, because I literally do not have hair here. This will fade and disappear in about a day. Plus, when I wear makeup, all that is getting covered anyways. Okay guys, I hope you enjoyed this video, found this helpful. I would like to hear back from you guys what your routine is for your eyebrows. Here guys, I wanted to show you some of the products that you might want to use and maybe you find them a little bit more helpful than cotton swabs. Single spoolie brushes, you can purchase them off of Amazon. They come in a bulk and they also have different shapes that might fit better for you. And these are the micro brushes brushes. These are the stencils for the eyebrows. They also come in a pack and different shapes of the eyebrows that you can draw. These also could be useful. If you like this video, give it a thumb up and don't forget to subscribe to my channel before you go. Thanks so much for watching. I will see you in my next video.